something written in English faster than Korean. I'm not lying. There's never been something that I faked. I'm not fucking lying. What if I miss it? Anything is really possible within 1 second. I have never actually missed it. Just say something. Just say something. I never hesitated. I don't really need to. I really read something in English faster. I never lied. Just say something. I don't lie. I really never repeated feeling right. Yeah, I said feeling right. What have I missed? It's really easy. I really fucking don't know what else I can actually do about it. It's not really subjective at all. I never lied. Oh no, it's really not true. Just say something, let me actually show you. If I ever actually type anything, what would happen? Just say something. It wasn't really on my heart, but that was never for the key races. Because last time, I really remember I was actually very presently thinking about the key. What I thought that it was there, but I was too, busy. And I'm not lying. It was, as long as they can actually hear my voice, they should have heard that. It's really a total negligence. It's not my fault. I would never do that if I was, truly asked to write something down. No. Why Kentucky might be the, key city race to watch in this, election? I don't need to. I'm not lying. This is a main, very important. But, sometimes the system is really kind of bizarre, not actually speaking for the very benefit of mine. Even if they actually, pursue the argument, they can hear the doubts coming from my mind when I was writing down. Then why can't they actually hear that I was, when I was writing down, I've been clearly thinking about and holding on to the very idea of a 3-letter key. Oh, have I actually put it down? Oh, I didn't. But it wasn't all present on my mind. I really thought that I had to lay that down, and I've been actually, internally thinking about the key. But later, actually, I was too close to the phone. Then I finally realized that I didn't actually I hadn't done it. I hadn't written that down. That was really the moment. I'm not lying. These people are really mean to me because they actually, try to have it both ways. They can actually, think what was going on in my mind by saying that it was doubts. But, sometimes you've been actually having a dissonance. Everything was there. You've been actually even imagining or, having, this visualized version in front of you. Having a key races, very important key races. I've been actually thinking about the very, major elections that are going to take enormous influence. But the problem is I didn't actually write that down. That's a problem. But sometimes it does happen. If you ever actually constantly, be asked to write and copy something, just like, watch something and copy it, then, there could be dissonance. Even though it was on your mind, constantly, suppressing your consciousness throughout the entire writing, you thought that was there, but it was not there. That kind of, dissonance truly happened after multiple hours. I really remember I was actually, even starting from the very beginning, I've been constantly murmuring this word key, and I actually thought that because of a frequent murmuring, I really had to believe that I had to written that down, because I've been actually constantly, saying that, oh, key races, I've been actually, repeating this message internally, and I believe that it was, reflected on paper, but it was not there. That's always a scene. then they could have should they and then probably they should have never insist that they can hear my doubts internally. Oh, was that the right one? No, because a key was much more frequently thought out by myself throughout the entire writing on paper. Don't actually fucking try to have it both ways. That's really mean. I never even thought about anything. Donald Trump, I know, definitely has a difficulty to cite the proper and a very precise number for the coronavirus death victims. Lethal victims. I'm not fucking lying. This is so mean. Then why would they even actually claim that they can hear my voice? When I was actually doubting about it, you can hear that. Then why can't you not actually hear that? If I ever actually was, very much holding on to that notion of key. Oh, you know what? It's really about important races. I've been actually constantly talking to myself, starting from the very, first syllable up until the last punctuation mark. I was holding on to that idea of a key because of that frequent notion constantly, binding my mind. That was really the reason I thought that there wasn't really the answer. I had written that down. I have to actually check it. It's not something that I have to think twice about it. Sometimes, it's not really easily that has been written down. If you are constantly repeating, the silly thingy, watch and copy and watch and copy and watch and copy, there is a certain type of dissonance that you never wanted to see that because you really actually believe that was perceived by your perception, but that was not there. It's not on your paper. Why? Because I don't know. After multiple hours, you're going to experience the same thing. Because you're going to realize how ridiculous this job is. It's shameful, and Shalon reacted to, Donald Trump's comment on something, I don't know. That's all I can actually see it at this moment. Never actually had any difficulty, I never actually. I don't really need to. We're these lame, for all you've done. Yeah, that's all I said. Yeah, truly, this time, that's all. I'm leaning on the everlasting. That's all I saw. That's really, these three things my eyes once captured. God is almighty. Sending. No subject. I don't really need to have any difficulty. It's really ridiculous. I never actually try it again. That's really... Whatever. I feel really bad. I can't actually memorize any type of given sentence really quickly. I never tried it. No, I wasn't really correct. Never. No, I wasn't really right. I did it. I never. You want to actually... No, I'm not really international. You want to see how quickly I can actually see it? No. Yeah, I never actually hesitated. Why, what Kentucky might be the, a key to the Senate race. I don't really actually mess it up. Never had any difficulty. I was not the one who actually had any difficulty of seeing anything. You want to see how quickly I can actually see anything? I'm actually much faster than the people. I had no idea these American primetime TV shows were actually from British, you know, and they even actually rely on British show. I never had any difficulty of seeing anything. It's really unfair. I don't really need to think about anything. I never tried again. I want to see how quickly I can actually read something. No, I mean, it's really ridiculous. I've never actually visited the New York Times. I've never actually visited it. Or let me actually show you how quickly I can actually read anything. That's all I saw. I don't really need to. These are really all the things that I've seen. That's right, I should see that. Or enjoy free NYT. Technically there should be, but then they actually omitted it. It's not my fault. Informally, to not actually people say that the New York Times enjoy free New York Times articles for this month. It's not my fault. I'm not really being confused about it. American people had two different mindsets. If they ever really need to document it using a very formal version, they actually say the New York Times. I even actually heard that Roger Stone, not really because of his soft-spoken pronunciation, he clearly dropped the New York Times. The New York Times. No, I heard that multiple times. Don't actually say that. That's really ridiculous.